So, to take us further in this discussion is one who is a hands-on trainer, delivering learning interventions on topics not limited to leadership, succession planning, customer strategy, and leadership and management development, among many other topics. Her passion include knowledge, excellence, personal development, and leadership. With over 15 years professional and leadership experience, and she spans working through financial services, management, and consulting, specializing in personal development service. And you see why we chose her here. She's there A and Ann now. She's the, you won't understand the fight I'm fighting with Nancy here. Yes, actually, she is okay, let's keep that. She's a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultant, a certified mental health first aider, a certified management consultant, and a Service Quality Institute certified customer service trainer, leadership mentor, and certified executives with life coach as an experienced facilitator, as well as a certified Lean Six Sigma Green Belt. So what that says is that she's an author, she's a trainer, she's a public speaker, she is a COO of Course Groove, and today she will be talking to us both from her professional life and her personal experience. Let's welcome the Elizabeth Taylor. Please put your hands together for her.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't take it for granted that I have your ears this afternoon. I really thank you for being here, and I hope that as you are here, you are hungry. I hope that you are writing a lot. I hope that you are learning a lot. I hope that you're not just here with an intention, but you're here with a fire in your belly to take action. I hope that you can already feel the flames behind you, pursuing you to go out of here empowered, to start to execute everything you are learning. I want to say a big thank you to Nancy for this privilege. This privilege on this platform, I don't take it for granted. Thank you very much. And I look forward to coming back again next year. This is an annual event. It's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and then just like the MD designate of Jais Bank said, when we come here next year, we'll have a lineup of people that said it all began for me here. Are you going to be one of them? Who is going to be one of the people that are going to be saying, it all started for me? This fantastic, and it will happen. It will happen. If it doesn't happen, come and look for me. So I'm talking about the rhythm and routines for success. Let me start this with a story. It's by Christopher McDougall. He says every morning in Africa, a gazelle or an antelope or bushmeat wakes up and it knows it must outrun the fastest lion or it will be killed. Every morning, the lion wakes up and it knows it must run faster than the gazelle. If not, it will go hungry and it will die, to starve. It doesn't matter today whether you are the lion or whether you are the gazelle. When the sun comes up, you had better be running. Because just like Mr. Johnson said, Chief Johnson said, "Hi, Chief. Things are happening in our country." He painted a picture of the truth. But I want to tell you that not the truth, the facts. The facts. But I love that Fife had given us a perspective. Our destiny is what? What's your destiny? So I love this sequence. I want to put everything together. So whether you are the gazelle or whether you are the lion or you had better be running. How are you going to run? What are the rhythms that you need to succeed. Success is a journey. However, not everyone makes it to a destination. We believe that it's a function of where you come from, what your name is, who your father is, who you know. Nigeria will say man, no man. You know? There's this story in one of the holy books when Jesus came to the man and said, you are the pool. What happened? They asked him a simple question. What happened? The man said, I have no one that will carry me and put me in the water. That's not the question they asked you. That's not the question. But many of us, our minds are trapped in a warp. I don't have capital. I didn't go to school. I don't. We believe that for us, success is elusive. Yet, success is not an elusive journey. Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. Success has a rhythm. So, what then is a rhythm? Do me a favor. Take your right hand, put it up. Put it over your chest on the left-hand side, not the right-hand side. On the left-hand side. Can you feel your heart? Can you feel your heart? Who cannot feel their heart? Can you feel your heart? You can put your hands down. What does it mean that you can feel your heart? You are alive. You have succeeded in the task of living. Success has a rhythm. What is a rhythm? A rhythm is something that occurs with regularity. Is your heart beating with regularity? Your heart has a rhythm. Who here is in the medical field? Nobody? Yes, thank you, sir. If your heart is not beating at a regular pace, it's called arrhythmia. You are sick. That means if there's something that is irregular in your life is sick. So success leaves clues. We are what we repeatedly do. Aristotle said this. Excellence then is not an act. It's a habit. Many of us are waiting for the day we will meet Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Ha! I had a dream. Oh, Father, I had a dream. In that dream, the road was paved with gold. And as I was walking, angels were bowing. And then the door opened. And then they said, come on, Liz. This is Aliko. And I met Aliko. And he said, out of my $12 billion, I give you 2. And my life changed. And then something happened. You heard, and you slapped yourself awake. That is not how success happens. Success does not happen because the person that is your family member became a minister. That is not how success happens. Your life flows in the direction of your most dominant thought. What you think is what you will become. What you think is what will come towards you, the law of attraction. When Fife said, see a word, see, that typifies Nigeria, can I shock you? If you see corruption, if you say all you see is corruption, you are saying corruption come, corruption come, corruption come, corruption come. But when you live a life that what you see is opportunity, because challenges are opportunities in disguise. I always tell people, opportunities don't make appointments. When they do make a point, when they do show up, are you ready? It's your rhythm that will determine whether you are ready. I want to introduce you to a man called Leonardo Fibonacci, who did mathematics here in university. Do you know Fibonacci? You've heard of, who has heard of the Fibonacci sequence? Fantastic. I learned some of the most crazy things. And I have a way of bringing out from them things that just torture me somehow, titivates me. Because what I learned from them make me a better person. And I want to learn something I learned from Fibonacci. Fibonacci is not the originator. He's an Italian. This concept, not the concept, but what he found, the Fibonacci numbers, it bears his name. However, the people who originated the Fibonacci sequence are the Arabs, Saudi Arabia. You see, they're just collecting our things and going. Can you see this? This is called the golden triangle or arc. It starts from the 1 in the center. 1 plus 1. Can you see the 2 there? 1 plus 2. Can you see the 3 there? 2 plus 3. Can you see the 5 there? 5 plus 3. Can you see the 8 there? And it continues. What's it telling you? This is the Fibonacci sequence. It's telling you rhythm. Everything in life rises and falls on what? Rhythm. John Maxwell, it was, who said, the secret of your success is hidden in your daily routine. What is your routine? What is your rhythm? You wake up in the morning. Do you have a specific time for waking up? When you wake up, what do you do? How do you live out your day? Is there any expectation of meetings you will have? People you will influence? Do you have a plan that you are executing in that day? The reason I'm showing you this is not because I want to teach you mathematics. The same way mathematics was a blessing to your life in university or secondary school, that's the same way mathematics was a blessing to my life. I didn't carry over, but I managed. This Fibonacci sequence, this rhythm, is actually called the fingerprint of God, because it is seen in every part of life. The secret of your success is hidden in your routine, in your rhythm. So if you want to be successful, you need to have a rhythm. Our solar system, can you see that same arch? Your fingers, look at it. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 3. And it continues. Even your skeletal system. This Fibonacci, this rhythm. Your heart, the way your heart is formed. Look at it everywhere. Your ears, architecture, how a shell is, flower, everything. Beauty, balance is seen in a rhythm. And what do we say a rhythm is? Something that occurs regularly. Look at this. Who is that man? Sylvester Stallone. Even the human face, how a human being looks, how God, if you believe that God created a human being, that man did not just poof. Even if man just poofed, something poofed man and man poofed. Without this rhythm, see what he will look like. Without rhythm, this is what your life will look like. So rhythm is everywhere. Rhythm is balance. And balance is success. Thank you. On Monday, you have a rhythm. You do certain, you behave a certain way. On Tuesday, you say, Monday no work, oh, may we try another way. On Wednesday, that thing where we do on Monday, you know work. Tuesday, you know congel. Wednesday, may we try another one. On Thursday, something entirely different. On Friday, something entirely different. Then on Saturday, you sit down with your friends, say, this Nigeria know they work. Or, another way, you plant okra on Monday. Then you visit your friend. And you find out your friend is planting granuts. And you go to your farm. And you uproot the granuts to plant okra. You remove the okra to plant granite because your friend is planting and it looks like it's a good deal. Then you now go and visit Jemima. And Jemima said, no. It's a wedu. You go back. You remove the granite and you do what? And then you ask yourself, why are you not succeeding? Why are you not succeeding? Because you don't want to exploit the power of a rhythm and consistency. You don't want to exploit the power of sticking to it. W. Clement Stone coined a word. He said, a successful man has something, a quality, and it's called stick-to-itiveness. Stick-to-itiveness. Stick-to-it-iveness. It's in the book, Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. Amazing book. You must stick to it. You must stick to your habits. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you must develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It's a prevailing attitude. So let's think for 2 seconds. Where in your life have you been mamby-pambying? You know, in Nigeria now, everybody wants to be the next Davido. Meanwhile, you can't sing. It's true. For example, me, the day I decide I want to go and sing, you know that there's something wrong with my mind. I can't sing to save my life. I'm one of those people that, my friends will pay me money not to sing. Yeah. I can't hold a tune. The only person that likes my voice is God. Yeah. And I'm proud of it. I know my lane. What is your lane? So, Colin Powell, the quote we saw, if you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. What are these little matters? What are these little matters? I can almost hear someone say, can't this woman hear that the unemployment rate is high? Can't this woman hear that the exchange rate is bad? If you do not start to prepare for the turn, when the turn happens, you'll be left behind. If you don't start to prepare for when opportunity comes, when opportunity shows up, you'll be left behind. So what are these little things that we need to focus on, that we need to release this power of rhythm? I call them the wheel of life. When I teach goal setting or teach rhythms or success, I actually give people a classwork to do. And just like this wheel is a circle, I tell them to rate themselves based on where they think they are. Rate your faith, your connection with your inner life, your family life, and your wife is all the same thing. You could have or you could have is. Is your wife happy? Are your kids happy? Are they well fed? Do they have hope for tomorrow? Your finances, what's happening there? Your health, what's happening there? Your adventure. The day I said this thing, someone said, Madam, we are Nigerians, we don't do adventure. But you need adventure in your life. It gives you something to look forward to. Your career, your personal development, or the quality of your networks. Giving back. How are you giving back to your economy? These things are the will of your life. They represent the will of your life or the forms of wealth. Wealth is not just money. Wealth are the things that give birth to richness in your life. Do you agree? So if you say you are a wealthy person, your will needs to be balanced. So if you are the kind of person that you have $58 billion, but every Wednesday you go for dialysis, are you wealthy? So what are these little things we need to do to make sure our will is balanced? That's what I'm here to talk about. These things are releasing the power of rhythms, or like I always say, compounding power of rhythms. Just compare simple interest and compound interest. We did simple interest, right? Principal rate times time. Simple interest is based on principal amount of a loan or a deposit. Meanwhile, compound interest is based on the principal amount and the interest that accumulates every period. Every period. Simple interest is linear. It's just going on. But compound interest, there's rhythm. Compound interest is not only in your mathematics, it's also in your life. The reason your mouth does not smell is because you brush your teeth every morning. The reason you are alive is because you eat every day. That's why you've released power of rhythms in those parts of your life. So you need to release the power of rhythms. For example, over 28 months, you make a choice today of how you will live your life. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, the day after, you make a habit. And these choices will inform your behavior. Your behavior will inform your habits. So if you decide that I will wake up, I make a choice to wake up early and start writing a blog. So your behavior will change. You've made a choice. Your behavior will change. So you will sleep early the night before. So you can wake up early the next night before. And then over 90 days, average, that becomes a habit. After 90 days, when you come out and they give you a microphone and they say, who are you? What will you say you are? A blogger. Can you see how simple? Oh? Simple. That's why I said at the beginning that success is not elusive. Success leaves clues. This is very generic. It's very general. But I can tell you, I speak to each of you one-on-one. We can release the power of rhythms in your life. Don't forget, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. The Fibonacci. That's why I gave you that Fibonacci. So when you want to remember, what did I learn in this place? That woman taught me Fibonacci. Rhythm. And now, let me just go here. I'm almost done. The rhythmic world of effective people. A bit of this is taken from Stephen Covey. It took me, who has read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? Who understood the book the first time they read it? It took me 15 years. Now, it's actually one of my favorite books. I love to teach on it. I actually pulled out some of this stuff from that book. It's a fantastic book to read. The first thing you need to release the power of personal vision. What is your vision for yourself? Where do you see yourself at the end of this year? Do you see yourself going from masterclass to masterclass with the same complaints? Nigeria, no they work. Nigeria, no they work. Nigeria, no they work. Is that how you see yourself? You need to articulate who do I see myself as? By 2023, December, I will own the biggest ewedu farm in southwest Nigeria. And then you make choices. And then you change your behavior. And then you engage habits. And then you see success. Rhythm works. Rhythm works. So identify what your personal vision is. Then you now have to start leading yourself. Ordinary people look for people that will lead them. I met someone years ago. I will never ever forget this. And I asked this young man, what do you do for a living? Simple question, isn't it? Do you know what my guy told me? GRA. I'm like, okay. I was thinking, okay, maybe. I said, please, sorry, what is GRA? General Rowing Around. For real. For real. And I just knew. Exactly. I just knew. He wasn't leading himself. He's the person who will remove his okra because somebody else is planting ewedu. Are you that kind of person? They say it is land. Oh yeah? No, they say it is recharge card. The latest one now in Abuja is those POSs at the junction. They say it is makeup. They say it is bone straight hair I'm selling. What rhythm, consistency will you release in your life? Stick to it. Stick to it. The greatest people in this world, the most accomplished people in this world, read about their lives. They started with an idea. And they stuck with that idea every day until they became, Elon Musk just woke up. Elon Musk will tell you that everything he has done has been targeted at putting a man on Mars. So every business he's into is to fund that dream. Everything he has done. Read it up. So he has not even, you're saying, oh, he's the wealthiest man in the world. Clap for him. He's looking at people. He has not even begun to even scratch the surface of his personal vision. And every day he's working on putting a man on the moon. It's not beans, it's not moi moi. It will cost money. That's why Tesla exists. That's why SpaceX exists. Then when he now puts a man on the moon, he now says, yes, power of rhythm executed. Now you can celebrate me. What about you? Then personal management. Manage your finite resources to release big wins. I was so excited because I really do not understand. I'm going to tell you my age. I'm not telling you my age. When I turned 40, at least you know I'm over 40, the trend was for people to have all white party, all black party, themed party to mark their 40th. I did not have the money. I called my friends. We went to a little restaurant. We ate food. I told them, pray for me. They prayed for me. We shook hands. We left. I know people who went into debt and have still not recovered. Because I know that my resources are finite. Must you have an Apple phone if you cannot afford an Apple phone? Must you wear bone straight? This woman, I thought you were talking about rhythms. Yes, it's the habits. It's the habits. If iya oyo is what you can afford, buy iya oyo now. The food is good. If UTC, if you don't know what UTC means, under the canopy, UTC. If UTC is where your money can reach, do UTC. You don't need to go to Transcorp Hilton. Who are you pleasing? You are in competition with no one but the man in the mirror. That's the only person you're in competition with. So you need to manage yourself and release these powers. Release the rhythm of success. Then, a positive attitude. Your life will flow in the direction of your most dominant thoughts. If you always say, I'm broke, you will be broke. As a man thinketh in his mind, so is he. This is the rhythmic world of effective and successful people. Good things will flow in the direction of the positive. Number 5, cooperation. No man is an island. They even sang it as a song. In case you forget, no man is an island. Oh, I'm the oldest person here. If you know that song, hands up. Thank you very much. The young ones don't know the song. But seriously, let's remember, that's the power of networking. That's the power of putting like minds together. And you bring your strength, you bring yourself, and we explode. Because see, Nigeria will not get better until all of us get better. And us getting better is us putting our hands together. The whole is made strong by that which each joint fitly supplies. So cooperation is very important. Synergy. And when I say cooperation, I'm very, very discerning about who I hang around with. If you hang around with monkeys, when the day they give you a microphone to speak, you will come out and say, It sounds like a joke, but it's very serious. I was telling someone something that happened to me. I think it was Fife. A lady came for an interview when I was working in a bank. And we asked her a yes or no question, sir. Yes or no question, yes or no. You will think that it's quite easy, isn't it? This lady opened her mouth and she said, yes. Yes is supposed to be yes. She did not get the job because she had been hanging around with some. Hang around enough with them, you will become like them. That's the power of rhythm. Then self-care. You need to keep your roots firm. You need to water yourself. It was Jim Rohn that said, I talk for a living. I talk for a living. Jim Rohn said something. He said, make sure that when you are given an opportunity to speak, you are issuing a verbal check that will cash. That what's coming out of your mouth is not like a check that is bouncing. That's what self-care does for you. You need to go back, read, learn, watch. It's a tragedy that they said that to hide information from a black man, put it inside a book. Put it inside a book. I don't want to embarrass anybody. When was the last time you sat down to read something? Now, there are podcasts, right? They'll say, no, my data will finish. Meanwhile, you have a Netflix account. Meanwhile, you are binging on Big Brother. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. Yes, adventure, do something, let your hair down. But Pareto principle, 80-20. Invest, not spend 80% of your time and resources. If not, law of rhythm, law of compounding rhythm, you will get what you put in. Yes. Darren Hardy, he's my mentor. He doesn't know me, but he's my mentor. Yes, I read a lot. I don't, his books don't drop. I read everything he writes. Momentum is without doubt one of the most, enigmatic and powerful sources of success. And momentum happens when you release rhythm, when you start something. You know, when you are walking up the stairs, have you noticed this? If you go one step, how is the journey up? It's tiring. But when you go, it goes very fast. That's how you should live your life. That's momentum. Darren Hardy calls it the big M, big Mo. Everyone, this is me, has a unique rhythm. It is your responsibility to discover what your rhythm is. If your life is sick, I can tell you that your rhythm is off. If I go a week without learning something new, I start to misbehave. Seriously. What is your rhythm? There are some people, their rhythm involves daily exercise. Do I have people like that here? If you don't exercise in 3 days, what happens? You start to fall sick. There are some people, the rhythm is in your. Do you know what your is? It's a valid rhythm, yeah. It's pounded yam. If you don't eat pounded yam in 2 days, what happens? You still get cranky, you get hungry. My father, of blessed memory, my father's rhythm was eba every afternoon. He will eat rice, he will eat beans. But when I ask him, so daddy, have you eaten? He would, if you didn't give him eba in 3 days, he said, these people have not given me food in 3 days. You need to find what your rhythm is. What is the thing that gives you balance? Is it learning? Is it sewing? Is it speaking? What is it? Is it prayer? What is it? Find it and then invest and make it a habit. The secret of your success is hidden in your daily routine. Yes, your rhythm. We need to think about these things. Success doesn't just happen. Neither is success elusive. Sun Tzu, fantastic man, if you can lay your hands on Art of War. He said this: the general who wins the battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. The general who loses makes few calculations beforehand. Maybe the reason why Sakpa wants to kill you is because you were not thinking when you were supposed to be thinking. But it's not too late. You can start thinking now. Have a notebook and start planning. Have a strategy. That's why Sun Tzu said, strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. You can have a strategy. Okay, I will make 2 million naira, I will do this, but then how will you make it 2 million naira? That's the tactics. You need to break your strategy into plans, action plans. These action plans reflect your rhythm. Are we getting something? And then you don't take a day off. You can't afford to take a day off. Because there is no day when you will say, God, please, Can I have today off on life? No, you don't. You live, so you can't take a day off. Your rhythm must be represented in your daily life. Thank you. Big journeys, and like we've heard today, the journey for us as Nigeria, the journey for us individually is big, but it starts with little steps. It starts with the 1 + 1 = 2. Then when you get the 2, 2 + 1 = 3. Little steps. Yeah? It starts with you releasing the power of your rhythm. The secret to success is hidden in your daily routine. That's why actors don't just wake up and go and act a movie. They rehearse. That's why musicians practice. What are you practicing? Thank you very much for your time.
Think we can clap some more? We can do it better. You know what they say about clapping? If you clap often, it prolongs your life on earth. So can we help ourselves now by clapping? At least you can live here telling your neighbor that you practice to clap. You practice something, but practice is important. There's a line I will not forget. Must you have an Apple phone if you can't afford it? You know, somebody insulted me once that I have a techno phone. I said, yes, I bought my own new. Your Apple is second hand, or even third hand. If you can't buy Bone Street, please stretch the curly ones. Well, thank you very much for that deep thought. We appreciate you. Please, another round of applause. I don't think we should make this thing an annual event. Please, it should be quarterly. We can't wait for 1 year